Hello there, and welcome to another theHunter Classic mission video. My name is Wimp, and in this video I'm going to be tackling missions 9 and 10 for the Fallow Deer. So let's have a quick look at what mission 9 entails. Mission 9, Changing Tactics. I have to get myself a brown buck scoring more than 135 with a bow. Plans on the map. I will be starting at this tent. Obviously I'm going to need to start a new hunt. And I'm going to go up to this tripod stand and check these fields, which seem to be quite good in previous Fallow Deer missions. Then I'm going to fast travel back to this lodge where I'm going to do these fields and these riverbanks, sort of, whoops, here-ish. So that's the plan. I don't know if I'm going to cross the river. I'm thinking I might make my way up to these two towers. The thing is, they're quite close to this tent, so although I can't do both, it's still a long walk, so actually, meh. Equipment wise, I am of course bringing the model 1891 to try and level that up to level 5. I am again bringing the snakebite bow because I want to try and get this up as high as I can. And I have the crossbow pistol just in case I see a rare pheasant or wood grouse. Speaking of rares, I of course will be bringing all of the lure callers with me for bringing over any rares that I might see out in the fields. There we go, that's the plan. So, I will see you up north in a bit. Oh, looky what we have. A decently sized chocolate variation buck. I suppose it's still possible. So I got quite lucky then. I've just moved this tripod stand from where it was down there so that I could get a view into the fields. And of course it has a spook radius when you move and deploy this equipment of 100 meters. So they must have been, like the front guy must have been 101 or something. Okay. Rattle, rattle. And then back in the tripods. I'm not going to risk crossing the road. I'm going to, in an upright-ish more position, I shall crawl. Hello. Ooh. Is that a chocolate one as well? It is, and I think that one's bigger. 95 to 170. I might be able to get them both. Wish me luck. He fell over. Took him a second to decide. Hello! Come up here, please. There we go. Blimey! The power of the snake bite, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, I mean, I was getting a bit greedy. Okay. So this one was the slightly lesser of the two. Actually, I'm going to pick up all the tracks first. Back in a mo. There we go. Got 3 tracks from all of them. Pick up the normal guy. 111, okay. Right, so 135 to beat then with these two. This was the bigger of them. Okay. I think that was the bigger of them. Yeah, it's not looking good, is it? And meh. Okay. Keep trying then. Oh well, mission complete everyone. We can all go home. I have just seen a chocolate buck trotting across the water towards me, and I've paused because he's trotting. I haven't spotted him yet to see what his score is. As you can see, he wasn't the... Never mind, false alarm. So there isn't a chocolate one, but I thought I would record because he's pretty decent and I want to moan. So we'll see what he scores when I finally bow him. So, moan. I have proven without a shadow of doubt, at least to myself, if not to anyone else, that the game manipulates where the animals are based on the mission you are currently doing. Mission 6, you have to kill a fallow deer from this tower, and the only time there was one at that tower was the first time I got there, and it was that single doe that I had to crawl past along the road. That was the only time they were there. Every other time, so the 4 other hunts, I had to go down to this ridge, that one right there, in order to call, because they were in this field. Those 4 other times they were... Oh, I think actually there was one where there was none. But, you know, whatever. There was one where I said, we'll see how I get on in this hunt, and then in the video, I did the sad trumpet sound effect. There was actually none anywhere. But all the other times there were fallow deer, they were in that field. So in this mission, I've decided to use this field at the start of the hunt. I spawn at that tent, as I said at the beginning of the video, and come up to this tripod stand. Once there have been fallow deer in that field. 4 times now. I don't think... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been 4 times in a row. I think the first time I came here, there were fallow in that field. All the other times, they've been at that tower, and I've been able to see them either through that gap or those gaps. The gaps in the trees there. Why? If it's random, why are they so proliferant at that proliferant? They're almost always at that tower now that the mission doesn't require me to shoot one from the tower. But when it did, they were never there. I'm sorry. I mean, I've always suspected it, and there's always been stuff that made me think it, but I think that's it now. I've got them banged to rights. It's obvious now. It's so obvious now. I mean, I don't even know, like, I can't figure out why they would do that, except, like, to try and increase the longevity of the game. If they program the game to move animals around, the missions will take longer, and therefore people will be playing the game for longer. That's the only reason I can think of that it would be done. Yeah. Anyway, moan over, and obviously, as you saw, those fallow deer have decided that they're not coming to the call anymore. They got about halfway and then decided to go off to the side. Moan. What? Oh, it was the 50 subscriber special, wasn't it? Where I think it was last animal I needed was a wild boar here, and I walked half the map over looking for them. The number of times trying to do this mission, I've spawned at that tent, walked into this field, and there's been wild boar cutting across my path to get in the way so that if they spook they run this direction. It's insane. It's like it's more often than every other hunt. And then the other times it's roe deer, although sometimes it's both. I mean, why was it so hard to find a wild boar this half of the map when I was trying to do that? And yet, when I'm trying to do this fallow deer, there's always boar going round here. I mean, there's no feed in that feeder, by the way. It's empty. And, yeah, they're always in the way. Running me over a couple of times. Moan. But, yeah, see, I think one of the things that I hate about it so much is it breaks the immersion. It feels artificial. Do you know what? Why am I trying to bow this guy? I've got a rifle and there's no chocolate ones in the herd. Oh, and yeah, more moan. This seems to be a moany episode. More moan. It was a chocolate. No, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. It was a small scoring one. I don't think I recorded it. It was probably just a common. And it was coming up. God, where was it? Was it here or was it down there? No, it was there. They were crossing the river. That's right, they were crossing the river. It was a common one. And it was maybe there. Yeah, so less than 15 meters. Definitely less than 20. It was coming directly at me because I'd used the caller from the tripod stand. And I bowed it from the front. The arrow hit it, and then as the deer turned to run away, and because it's I'm using the tracer arrows, it's got a bright red light on it. I watched the arrow jump from the front of its chest to the side of its leg, and then it ran off, leaving body blood on the ground. I mean, honestly. Anyway, I'm going to stop moaning for a couple of seconds and go after this deer. Right, caught up with the buck. It's finally died, just in case you wanted to see it. Okay. It's not bad. In fact, I think that's good enough for the next mission. And unfortunately, I'm not on the next mission yet. Okie dokie, well, hopefully I'll see you when I find a decent sized chocolate buck. Well, looky, I haven't checked his estimate score yet, but I heard a fallow deer in front of me with a chocolate buck. Yeah, moan. RNG has been a prick to me that round, but this won't. So, let's see. Of course, he's the one that's trotting. Any good? No. Oh well, never mind then. Another chocolate buck. Again, I don't know the score. There. Nowhere near. I'm having a bit of luck in this field at the moment with regards to just, you know, numbers of fallow deer. So I saw that group ahead of me there. with that buck crossing over the field over here. Yeah, about there-ish. So I put down some wee spray just there. Then I noticed that group, one of which is actually a chocolate coloured buck. I don't think he's going to be big enough, but his estimated score is up to 160. But I doubt it's going to get anything above 110, to be honest. And then these two guys came from over there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that chocolate coloured buck before these guys spook. I have a funny feeling that they'll walk towards me. I think I just heard footsteps again. Yeah, I have a funny feeling that they'll walk towards me when they're bored of sniffing the spray. Oh, it's probably that pheasant, I think. And then they'll spook probably that lot as well. Anyway, we'll see what this chocolate coloured one scores if it gets here. I will chase it if it flees, but I still, again, don't hold out too many hopes for it. Was it you I could hear? I think it might have been. Yeah, so this is the 5th day now I've been hunting these guys. It's currently Monday. I don't normally turn my computer on Sundays, and I didn't play this on Friday and Saturday because I was a little bit disheartened with the RNG. But Wednesday and Thursday I had very little luck at all. I mean, I think all of Thursday I didn't come across a single buck. Okay, this needs to be a bit high. Oh, for Pete's sake. Okie dokie. So I got him. Okay. Alright, let's go pick him up and we'll see what he gets. Right then, let's see what we're dealing with. 135? Nope. Didn't think so, but I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. Right, so I'm going to scan a bunch of tracks, pick up this mess. Where's the others? Up there. So, hopefully I will see you shortly. Right, another day, another hunt, but look at this guy. 115 to 190. Chocolate buck. The only thing is, I've got nothing round me that I can use as cover. So, this is going to be quite difficult, I think. Especially because there's also a roe deer in the way. So, I'm going to spray up. And then I'll see if I can lure him over and try and put myself in a position where, obviously, if the does arrive first, they're not going to get spooked and run, but I'm not sure that's even going to be possible. Yeah, he's there and the roe is right there. And I don't know if it's just my perception, but it seems that the detection range of roes, as in the distance that the roe deer can detect me, seems to be bigger than everything else. Less foliage. So I'm going to plonk myself there and put the deer over here. Shit, he's there now. Okay. I think it's here or nowhere. Right-o. Okay, I've made it back to my little ridge line here. And as you just saw through the binos, he is on his way. I mean, because of his score estimate, it's still possible he won't be enough. Though in my luck, he'll score 134. It is more than 135 I need to get, isn't it? A quick check. Yes, more than 135. He's got bored of the call already. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna have to call him over here then and see how we do. Oh, there he is. He's up there. He's up here now. Okay. Oh, my camo isn't even working here. Shit. I thought I'd get into the field because more of the camo works. There we go. There we go. Okay. Check range. I'm fairly confident. Oh yeah, okay. I was going to say I'm fairly confident I can make a 35 meter shot, but he's well within that. No, you son of a bitch. Okay, that doe's getting too close. I'm going to have to go for this shot. Okay, that should be a long shot, but no, in this game it could be a fucking butthole shot. Shut up, you. Okay, I'm going to wait a minute for him to bleed out and die, and then I'll try and track him down. So, I will see you when I get there, I expect. Okie dokie, caught up with the buck, wish me luck. That rhymed, but this won't. Ah, let's do the same joke over and over and over again, wimp. That'll do. Scan. 135 we want to see. Oh! Hooray! Fucking finally. It only took me 6 days. Well, no, actually it didn't. It took me 5 days and then today is the 6th. So technically 5 days and then the beginning of this hunt. Right. That one took 5 days. The next one's probably going to be worse. I mean, yeah, I know. Ooh, hang on. That... What was he? 170. Oh, shit. I think he's my biggest. My current personal best is 169.2. So, I might have to go taxidermize him from the after menu thing. Yeah, you know, from the launcher. Right, so, now we're on the lookout for a 155 or higher, and the weapon doesn't matter. Which means I don't need to worry about, you know, my camo not working and trying to lure them into bow range. I can just, you know, shoot them from a long way away. Righto then, so I'll get started on that now, and I'll see you when something towards that mission happens. Okay, mission 10. We are on now. Full utility. A buck, a fallow deer buck, obviously, scoring more than 155. And I've started recording because I've just had the call of a buck from over the other side of that hill there. So I'm going to put down some wee spray here and then hop up on that little lump there. Is the plan. Although, as I'm sure you guessed, I have no idea what this buck is like. So we'll see when I see it. Here he is. Let's get the spotting scope out so we can get the spot on it a bit quicker. It's possible, but I doubt it. I'll take him anyway. Just gonna keep my eye on that ridge line in case he's part of a group. Right, let's take a shot on him. So we weed sprayed there, so hopefully he'll give me a nice side shot here. Yes, he is. Okay. Right, as usual, I'll go get 3 of his tracks to help level up the tracking skill. And yeah, I'll bring you back when I actually pick him up. Right then, and the survey says... That's fine. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to get it that quickly after the 171 chocolate one. Well, very shy of 172, that one was. I have taxidermized it, and I haven't yet put it in the lodge, but it's being stuffed as we speak. Now, that shot will have made anything in these fields run away. So they would probably run sort of that-ish way. But here might be okay, so I will still go and check up there. Commentary. Right, I'll bring you back when I come across another fallow buck that might be big enough. So it's hunt number 114. Right, that's a slight over-exaggeration. And there is a herd of fallow deer. I haven't checked them all yet. You're shit. You look shit as well. Yeah. 3 bucks in that herd and they're all shit. Well, I'm glad I pressed record, so I thought I'd try something different this hunt. So rather than spawning there and going for this tripod stand, fast travelling to this lodge and walking down to these fields, I thought I'd do this. Spawn there, walk to that tower, fast travel to the same lodge but come up to here. Herd of females, and then that herd. This is the first time I've tried it, mind. It's been very shit luck. But still, it's the name of the game, isn't it? I got 2 bucks here with a trio of does. So the scores are, the estimated scores, 95 to 170 or 100 to 170. 175, sorry. I think I'm going to take the bigger one and risk it. So I've come back to doing this strat, spawning there, going there, fast travelling there, going. So I did the other strat 3 hunts, spawning there, going to this tower, then fast travelling here and then going to that tower. The first 2 there was herds of does only in this area, and the second time there was a mixed herd here, which I think I showed on camera. It was yesterday, I think I showed it, but the last time the algorithm has caught up and has stopped putting fallow in those areas, so I've gone back to this one for a bit. What? Oh, that was him. Okay, I'm gonna try and crawl to get a bit closer, just so I get a slightly better shot. Here will do. Relatively good view. I'm gonna have to hit him on the move. Down he goes. Right, I don't hold out much hope for this guy, but you never know. Okay, track scanned. Apparently there were 3 bucks in this group. I'm going to have to go back and watch the footage because I didn't see 3. I'll see if I can follow the tracks. Right, here we go then. Not going to be big enough, I expect. No. An estimated score of 100 to 150. What was it? 175. Sorry. Yeah. But like I said, it was just in case. But you know. Right then, onward. Let's see if we can find another one that's bigger. Got a couple of bucks incoming. They are new. They're not part of that group that I encountered over there-ish. Because they've called, and obviously I've ID'd the call, and it says new track. They are in amongst that lot somewhere. So hopefully they'll turn out to be decent. There's one. Okay. So, judging by the last one then, this guy's going to score 109. But like I said, I've ID'd the call of at least 2. No. I have definitely ID'd the call of 2, so there is at least 2, is what I meant by that. I don't like the direction you're walking, matey. So, I rattled and wee sprayed there. Hello. So there are 3 bucks. Oh, no. Yeah, it says new, didn't it? New track, so there were 3 bucks. Ah. So that's a doe. No, that's a buck. I can't see his antlers. And there's one behind. There. Okay, you're not very exciting either. Let's get the spot on that doe. Or not. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, I'm going to take this guy with the rifle. The last round of the clip. Right. Again, I expect he'll score about 110, so I'm not holding up hope, but I'll see you when I get his tracks and go to pick him up. Right then, 3 tracks got, and the survey says no. Right, I'm going to pick up tracks from the other guys, and then I'm going to fast travel down here. Probably going to do these fields. Yeah. So I'll see you down there. Okie dokie, some bucks inbound. So I found tracks of a herd next to this tripod stand. And their path was very weird. So it seemed they walked from over here into the field to about there, which is hard to see, but it's in between the icons on the map for the tripod stand and the feeder. Then they seem to walk in a curve sort of this way, then down south, where they walked up to the ridge line here, right next to the ground blind, where they then turned north and walked up there. But anyway, I got to about there and I heard a belch about there. So I've walked to the road and put down some wee spray and did a rattle over by those rocks over there. And now I'm up on this ridge line here, waiting for them to come in. So, there's a couple of bucks with them. I'm not sure how many. I wasn't bothering to count, but we'll see what they're like when they get here. There's one. At least the sound of one. It's the one I'm currently tracking. He's been talking a lot, this guy. Looks like a chocolate variant. There. No, I was going to say it doesn't look very promising. That's what the was about. Now I know there's at least two, because I saw the back end of an orange one, a common colour. Ooh, ooh. Okay. That looked like a really good pair of antlers, but no, it was two pairs of antlers on top of each other from this angle. Oh well. Another dud. After a couple of hours of wandering around, I found a buck. Well, after a couple of hours of wandering around, I found a fallow deer. Of course, it's not big enough. So, I've gone down below this tower I'm in, and I've done some rattle and some scent spray, because I just glimpsed them through the trees, so I did it down there before I came up to see what they were like. Of course they're crap. Oh well, I'll probably see you tomorrow. I just found this guy. He's a 105 to 180. So I don't hold much hope, but I am going to take him anyway. Because you never know. Time to fire, I think. What? I dropped something I wasn't even aiming at and couldn't hit the thing I was. Okay. Spot this pheasant. Spotted. Let's go after that fallow. Yeah, the fallow, they don't run very far, do they? Okay, let's get this unlucky doe. That's unbelievable. Okay. Fired at the buck, hit the doe. Heart shot. I apologise for the background noise, but it's a little bit warm in England land at the moment, so my window that I'm sat next to is wide open, and it sounds like one of our neighbours has been having a party or a barbecue all evening. So I apologise if you can hear some funny noises through the mic. But because it's so warm, I'm afraid I will be leaving the window open regardless of the noise. Ah, there's the buck. Oh my god. Right, I've arrived at the buck. So I need 155. No. I mean, I didn't think it would, but it was worth a try. Right, it looks like I have two groups of fallow deer. Oh, possibly three. There's one group there. Ooh. Okay, it's possible. Are you a yeah, doe? No? Not possible. Okay. So I saw them and I walked over and did the spray and the rattle over there. There-ish. And in the next field to the north, where the tower is, came another call. Right, so it's you that I'm going to want. But it looked like the next group was crossing over that ridge line just then. I thought I saw them just now, but... Oh, in fact... Oh! There? Yeah. There is one of them. Wow, you're shit. I think you're the shittest I've ever seen. My god. Oh, you're not shit though. You're also not coming to the call. Okay, well I'll take the first one I saw. And we'll see how we do. Just for a second I thought I saw more down there. It's just like the leaves around the edge. Okay, so it's you, I believe. You actually look quite nice. The other ones are going to get here first though. Okay. What kind of... yeah, what kind of shot's that going to give me? I'm a bit worried about waiting until he gets up onto this ridge line, because they are going to get here first, those two on the left. So I think I'm going to take the shot now. Down he goes. Righto, I'm going to pick up his 3 tracks and I'll see you over at his dead body. Wish me luck for a 155 or over. Yeah, look, they don't go far at all, these fallow deer. It's funny, they've got like pros and cons to hunting them that other species don't seem to have. So if you only use the rattle caller, as I was saying in another clip, they get bored and then they trot away, which is quite annoying. But then you get this sort of thing where they only run for what, 100 meters, maybe 120. Anyway, blah blah. Yeah, that first shot on the left hand side of his chest was apparently body. The second shot was body too. Come on, game. I've worked hard enough for this. 2 weeks I've been hunting for this guy. Now, granted, I can only play for a few hours a day, whereas other people could probably sit there for 8, 10, 12, 14 hours a day. But, come on, be nice. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright. See you in the next clip, then. Well, this is going to be an interesting clip. That's a female. So, I am currently doing the flip-flop day event mission, where I need a 120 roe deer, and fallow deer mission 10, you might do, where I need a 155 fallow. Now, as you can see, fallow over there, roe deer down there. This clip is going to be in both videos, which is a bit trippy for me. It's very Matrix. Don't run towards the fallow. Just fall down dead, please. Stop it. So, that fallow deer there with the big antlers is a 120 to 195. I think that roe died. Right. Those fallow got bored of the rattle already. Yeah, so there's that. I have a female coming in as well, which I can put towards the slap dollars. Squeak! Right. If the female roe gets here first, I will bow her for the slap dollars, and if she doesn't, I'm going to Mosin the Gaunt, the big antlered fallow. Oh, so for those of you watching the mission 10 for the fallow deer mission, this is the group I saw on the road before I took the shot at that first herd, and they fled to about there. Well, it was actually a bit further. I then moved the dot as I saw them coming in. So that's the second herd that we saw. Yeah, I think I'm going to ignore the roe and shoot the fallow with the rifle. Okie dokie. So for those of you watching the Fallow Deer mission video, I'll see you at the Fallow Deer, and those of you watching the flip-flop video, I'll see you at the row. Right, here we are at the fallow buck. Those of you who watched the flip-flop video will know exactly what just happened over the other side of this field. Oh, you're taking the piss, game. Seriously. Hunt number 647. A small herd, all shit bucks. Thought I'd show them on camera. I do believe the rest are does. Right then, 3 shit bucks. But the front guy is 110 to 185. So I am going to take him. Stop wobbling. Stop wobbling. Fuck you. So in case you're wondering, the Mosin Nagant is now level 5, so I've stopped using it. And I've this drilling combination rifle is currently level 4. So I thought I would level this up. And then I think that's every weapon I own then. Oh, apart from the 340 Weatherby, which I think is level 4. Anyway, beside the point. So that buck then is probably, it doesn't look very big, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the 120s, but with an estimated score up to 185, I think it's worth throwing a bullet at it anyway, just to see. So I'll see you when I pick him up. Alright, here we are then. So I apologise again for the noise coming in through the window, but it's warm and the window is open. Bloody hell. So that was a 110 to 185 estimate. I mean, technically, but still. Oh well. Next. Okay, this is the first fallow deer buck I've seen today that scores over 100. That's right, everyone I've seen today, 100 was the upper maximum. Oh, I might have had a couple that went to 105 or something, but I mean, I don't think this will do it, but I might as well try. Oh good, he's dead. Cool. Alright, let's go pick him up. Oh well, here we go. Yeah, didn't think so. Right, I'm going to be a bit of a male Karen now and have a bit of a moan. And I know how it's going to come across, but quite frankly, I'm at the end of my tether. I'm currently 2 days into my 4th week. Now granted, this is the first hunt of the 2nd day, but I'm still 2 days into the 4th week looking for this fucking fallow deer scoring more than 155. The RNG in this game, I have to say, is probably the worst I've ever come across in any game. Now this isn't the first mission that... in fact, just in case people haven't seen this, okay, because I have mentioned it in other videos, but maybe people haven't seen it. Up until the release of the fallow deer and the wood grouse missions, and then very recently the Piccabeen Bay missions, I had completed all of the missions, okay, and I'm slowly working my way to do that again. The number of times that this sort of shit has happened is ridiculous. Now, I want to ask the developers this. Do you know that games are supposed to be fun? Now, I know this game falls into a specific genre known as a simulator, but even simulator games are still supposed to be fun. the RNG is so brutal that I mean, again, this isn't the first time. One example, let me see if I can find it, just for the sake of the moan. It's a roe deer mission. Let's see if we can find the roe deer missions. Oh, good, they're all in alphabetical. Right. Is it this one? No. No. It might be that one. Have these changed? It might be that one. I actually thought it was a score, but it might be the weight. So this. 2 within the same hunt, weighing at least 30. Now, it's possible that that mission has changed and it was a score when I did it, scoring more than such and such, but just like this fallow deer mission I'm doing, this one took me weeks as well. Weeks of just walking around the maps looking for roe deers. I mean, this was one of those types of... the fact that it was 2 of them in the same hunt, the number of times I'd find one and couldn't find another one, that's assuming, of course, that I even found a roe deer buck, because there were a few hunts where I didn't find any bucks at all. The RNG is punishing, and it's, quite frankly, it's getting me down. You know, it's making me hate the game. I don't know if that's the goal that the developers wanted with the RNG. I know they're supposed to be simulating the randomness of real life hunting, but when you put these missions in place that you want us to kill a 155 fallow, at least make it possible by ensuring that when that mission is active, there are several on the map. Or, here's a very simple way of fixing this issue. Don't call them missions. Call them challenges, and it won't be a problem. The challenge of killing a 155 scoring fallow, I'd have no problem with it then. I could leave it. I wouldn't feel compelled to try and complete all the challenges, but because they're missions and I'm a completionist, I sort of feel like I have to. Honestly, guys, you need to dial the RNG back. And this is coming from someone who, I mean, again, I know this is going to come across as entitled. Look at how entitled I am because I've spent all this money. And I don't mean it to come across this way, but the vast majority of my equipment on my reserves were bought with money before you went with the whole free-to-play thing, and it could all be bought with GM dollars. But you're making someone who has spent that much money on your game hate the game because of RNG. Was that your intention? I mean, like I've said before, I expect the actual intention is to artificially stretch the longevity of the life so that people will spend money because they're playing it for longer. The longer you play a game that has things to buy in it with real money, the more likely people will buy the stuff in the game because they've been playing it for a long time. But when I've completed the missions, I'm still going to keep playing. I just don't get it. Anyway, I don't know how much of that rant I'm going to edit out, because it was a bit ranty. I might just leave it all in, because maybe some people will agree. Yeah. Anyway, rant over. Hopefully I can find this fallow deer today, because like I've said, I'm very nearly at the end of my tether. I have been considering just ending the mission videos, just not doing them at all, doing them in my own time, and doing other videos in the Hunter instead. I mean, that is a real possibility. I might do it. I have been considering today saying, fuck this mission, I'm going to do other stuff and do videos on it. I mean, yeah, I might. Right, there's this guy. He's a 105 to 180. So I don't hold out much hope, but as I keep saying, it's worth a try. That guy sucks ass, as most of them do. And then this one is a very similar score. Oh, that one is a very similar score. Yeah, 95 to 170. So I am going to go for the bigger one. I've already bowed one, but only because it was close. It wasn't a, you know, good score. So it was the back one, wasn't it? Let's get confirmation. Yeah. Okay, he's down. Let's go pick him up. Okay, here we go. I think I finally found one. That guy there with the massive antlers. Well, big-ish. 130 to 200. So I'm going to make my way towards them a little bit. Actually, I will bring them this way as well. Is it that one? Yeah. So I finished ranking up the whatever it was, the combination rifle, the drilling rifle, up to level 5. It was only on level 4 when I started. I may have mentioned it, and I've moved on to the modern muzzle loader. The thing is, this is more effective between the sort of, well, below 40 or 50 meters. Do you know what? Let me. I'm just going to check the performance chart. What kind of shot can I take? So the 45 I've got, because the 50 cal is not permitted for these species. So I'm looking at this one. Okay, so even at 80 meters I would get a single lung and potentially, or this is the kind of damage you would expect, is a single lung and a shoulder blade at that range. So that's no damage at all as far as I know, or just a body shot. That one's a single lung, that's a lung and a shoulder blade, and that number 3 is double lung. So the orange thingies at this range is going to be, yeah, let me just scroll up just to show you. So 2 double lungs or a single lung. Yeah, so, oh, okay, well, I was there or thereabout. So I'm going to take the shot any second now, actually. Okay, that was meant to be a heart shot. Blood. Body. I mean, that looked like a good shot to me. It was low on the chest. It wouldn't have been too high for the heart, but maybe it was the range. Maybe I should have waited. But then, of course, the other bucks were getting too close, in my opinion. I'll bring you back when I find him. Okay. I wasn't expecting him to die from the single shot. I was expecting to have to shoot him again. But here he is. More than 155? Fuck's sake. Right, I've got another 130 to 200 buck, so I might as well try. The 45 saboed bullet is loaded. I'm going to wait for lungs this time. Nope, don't need to load. So, track this one to the marshy area from that tower. Actually, there's two. I actually think I was tracking the other one. It's a smaller one just over that ridge. Tracks. Righto then, here we go. It doesn't look as big as the last one. Oh, well there you go. It was actually big enough, but I don't know how big, because it wasn't showing me, but there you go. Well, I can honestly say, if I don't see another fallow deer for the next 100 years, it will still be fucking too soon. There's the track of the other guy that I was actually following. I hope that you found my suffering relatable. Alright, so this will be the end of the video. As you can tell, I am a defeated man. I'm probably going to take a week or two off from the game now, because that's just frustrated me too much. But to you guys, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Thank you again, and goodbye.